Hi, everybody. So it is eclipse season. We also have 5 or 6 planets in retrograde, as well as solar storms starting up today or tomorrow. So there's a lot of dynamic energy movement, and I want to get into a really quick reading about that. I've already drawn the cards. I've already had a lot of messages come through. So today I am working with obsidian, which I have on my right side. This is all about removing trauma. And selenite, this is a clearing stone, rose selenite, also abundance. It's a manifestation stone. And again, my beautiful smoky quartz tool. So the 3 cards that I drew, and I'll go through them one by one, but they all pretty much deliver the same message, just in different ways. And I'll explain to you what I got off of that. We'll start with the first card that I drew, sensitivity. It's a beautiful card. Whatever messages you're getting off this card, just breathe into that. What are your guides trying to tell you? So that was a lot of the message I got off of this card was your guides. That's what they're there for. They're guiding you, and they have been basically delivering this message to you that I'm about to deliver to you. And most of this information you're already going to innately know. That's what resonance is. That's when something resonates, like that means that the information was already there. It's just being clarified. So the message that I'm receiving from this card is coming from the cross in the center, which I would love to say it's Christ consciousness, and it still is. It's still that divine unconditional love, but this is more so screaming at me, martyr, this martyr behavior, this savior behavior, which I don't know why I don't like that rhymes, but this savior mentality of sacrificing yourself for other people. And this could be something that you grew up with. Maybe as a child, you were really sensitive. You took everything to heart. If things weren't going right, you thought it was your fault. If your parents got a divorce, if your family's fighting, if your friends are a certain way, if things aren't going right, it's taking it to heart and blaming yourself for it. And then, the guilt and the shame comes up and with the blame. So this is all about taking things directly to the heart and becoming the victim due to this martyr behavior. And that is a huge archetype that we are clearing right now, is this victim behavior. So if you feel victimized by the circumstances of the retrogrades and the eclipse and all of this dynamic energy movement, you are not a victim of this energy. This is a chance for you to step into your power and step into your authenticity, clear whatever these retrogrades are bringing up, and really stand in your own, really present that strength. So this card, the sensitivity card, it is showing me that there is sort of, you have developed this power, but that right now there's a little bit of a breakdown in that. Like, I don't know if I can. And you can. Spirit is coming to you with the strength you need to get through this. And if you don't feel strong, rest. Please rest. Eat healthy, rest. Take care of yourself right now. Drink a ton of water. Things are really flushing out and really moving right now. So another message that is coming through is that you already know that this martyr behavior is gotta go. You know it's not serving you. You know it makes you tired. You know the relationship, even the people, the group, the person, whomever I'm connecting with, you see very clearly who you're trying to save. And it's not yourself. this person that you're feeding your energy to, first of all, they don't want it. They don't want you to do that. You're doing it because you think that you're going to change their circumstances or the way they see you. That's not how it works. You recognize that this relationship needs to be, I mean, it feels like you've cleared away a lot of unhealthy attachments in this relationship, and now you're redoing the foundation. And this last attachment that you're keeping, this last sort of control, this martyr behavior, whatever you're fueling, it's making you jealous and it's draining you. And you see that it has to go. The veil is very thin on this one. You just gotta rip the Band-Aid. It's ready. It's ready to move as well, if that makes you feel any better. It's ready to move. You're ready to break this cycle. You're ready to move through this in a very gentle manner and a sensitive manner. Being sensitive is not a bad thing. Being empathetic is not a bad thing. Just don't victimize yourself with it. Develop healthy boundaries. And that will come up in the other cards as well. Okay. So the second one that came through was the authentic voice, and it wanted to come through in reverse. So this is a huge block as well. This is, this to me, the message I received is the connection from your third eye to your throat chakra. And I'll show you the art on this. When you connect into this energy, look, I mean, the blues and the green, the heart space and the third eye coming through with the water and the scales, it's a very fluid, beautiful movement. But right now, this is coming in upside down. But that's not a bad thing. By stepping out of this martyr behavior, stepping out of this martyr behavior and into your authenticity, first of all, you're receiving a lot of downloads. They're just not making it past this point. So start clearing that channel to your throat and the rest will flow. I mean, it's just going to, once you clear that channel, your expansion is inevitable. It's inevitable anyway, but it's going to happen at a very rapid pace once you clear the channel between your third eye and your throat chakra. Because people want to say your solar plexus is your sense of self. I beg to differ with this card coming through in this way. You are spirit. You are God. You are your guide. And you are... I approach that very cautiously because when the ego says I am God, there can be problems. So divinity is you. You are source. We are all connected into that energy. And so those downloads that are coming through, those are you. And that's another message coming through, is that all of these attachments we create to people, doesn't matter what kind of attachment it is. It's not healthy. You don't need to attach to them. Work on your sovereignty, because that oneness, it's already there. It's so innate in our behavior that we attach to codependency and we attach to the people around us. And it's just not necessary. That connection is already there. And that does not mean neglect and don't nurture your relationships anymore, but attachments are different. And once you start breaking free of those attachments and you start turning inward, meditation, being by yourself, being okay with being by yourself, this authentic voice, it is going to explode out of you. And it's already in there. It might be quiet right now, like a little whisper saying, hey, don't do that. That's draining you. It's there. It's been trying to guide you but your fear on losing this person, whoever it is, it could be a group of people, it could be multiple people, but I feel like there's one specific relationship, and that first one that's popping in your head, that's that person. That is the attachment that is keeping your throat and your third eye sort of in check. And it's not that person's fault. It's not your fault. Recognize that it's there and, just sort of do something about it. Detox your body, detox your space, cut those cords, remove that mask. Do they know who you really are? Do you know who you really are? When I first pulled this card, all I got from it was confusion. So much confusion. So much confusion that it started hurting my brain. So, and the message I got from that was you are outsourcing so much. Watching YouTube videos, asking people for advice. You are pulling in a lot of information, trying to seek clarity with this relationship with this person or these group of people, and you already have the answers. Even if all of these messages you're getting from outside sources are the same, the noise creates confusion. So turn off the external noise, sit with yourself for 10 minutes, and it will come quick, real quick. You already have it. You're probably sitting there, you already know, and you're going to click out of this video and I already knew that. You do. You already know that. It's great. So just listen to that authentic voice. It will guide you. It's such a fun, beautiful tool. And this, I didn't see this before, but I'm seeing it now. This dark energy down here. Stop being afraid of that. Your depth is beautiful. The depth of your emotions, the depth of your soul, the seat of your soul, the ground of your being, who you are fundamentally as a divine being and a human being, is incredible. Don't be afraid of that. Your ego might be terrified of that, the shedding away of these attachments and these things we identify with. We like to put terms to it, like having an identity crisis or an existential crisis. The word crisis makes it seem like a bad thing, but if you're sitting there rocking back and forth, like, oh my God, all of these things I thought I was, it doesn't resonate. I'm not those things. I'm not this martyr. I'm not this doormat. I'm not these things. Like, take a deep breath and feel how light that feels. Instead of panicking about, I'm not who I thought I was, feel how freeing that is. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm not who I think I'm going to be. And that opens up the possibilities of I could literally be anything, anyone for that matter. Our beliefs are so rigid. Our sense of identity is so rigid. And these retrogrades are really screwing with these things we identify with. So the path is clear for this stuff to move, for these low vibrational energies, thought patterns, things that are no longer serving you. You have done the work, cleared the path for all of these things to move. Now you just need to relinquish control, let go, and it will literally fall out of you. That sounds like a weird way to put it, but that felt like the best way to say it. Once you just release your grip and relax, it's just going to move. You're not going to have to do anything. You're not going to have to stare at all of the emotions coming out and panic and freak out and meditate for days on end. The moment you relax, and even if you're relaxing a little bit more right now as I say that, you're going to start feeling it. Oh, wow, the way I woke up feeling this morning, that feels like it left my body and I didn't even notice. I'm just going to say it's fucking crazy what happens when you start relaxing, especially when you relax into your heart space and your authentic self. So that's what it's asking you. Turn, you know, turn that frown upside down and step into your authenticity and the depth of yourself. And this is not, this martyr behavior, you know it's not you. And I'm kind of getting high off of this message right now. So some of you are feeling really relieved. This is a really exciting time for you. This is stepping through. You've done all of the work and you are stepping through the gate. You are stepping through this threshold. You're having a breakthrough moment, and holy shit, all of this stuff isn't serving me and I can just let go of it? What? It's that easy. But there's always, there's always going to be a part of us that's trying to cling on. You just recognize that part that's trying to hold on and soothe it with your love. Talk to yourself. I mentioned in the last video, do eye gazing meditations with yourself and speak to yourself. Because when we get stuck in our head, the thoughts can sort of go in a merry-go-round in these loops. This is also coming through from the last message. We can get stuck in these very intense cyclical thought patterns. And the moment you start speaking, it comes out and it leaves and it doesn't come back. So start talking to yourself. I don't care if people think you're crazy. I walk down the street and talk to myself to get the energy out of your body. Journaling helps too, but I do find that the spoken word is just incredible. So the last card that came through, discernment. So it is the same message I've been delivering. It definitely ties together these two cards. This relationship, this one here, this martyr relationship, it could be a relationship you have with yourself, with your spouse, with a family member. The message I got when I first pulled this card was, there are some of you out there who you've been detoxing, you've been eating healthy or exercising, and yet something is still out of alignment. And it's this relationship that you're keeping with a specific person. And when I say that, someone's going to pop into your head. It's that person. That attachment to them coming from your heart space and your throat, it definitely feels like, like right here. You're choking back emotions. You're choking back your authentic voice around this person because you're afraid to lose them. You're afraid that if they see the authentic you, if they hear your authentic words, they won't want to be with you anymore. But it's not their approval that you need. It's yours. Do you love you? When you're by yourself, who are you and do you like that person? When you actually take care of yourself, when you actually nurture your being, do you feel happier? Do you feel that love just resonating from the inside out? If not, look at the things you're doing and change that. But that acceptance, that love, and I know you hear this over and over again, it cannot come from external sources. That includes your family. Maybe you're trying to heal unhealthy relationships within a family dynamic. But as I said earlier, there is already oneness. You don't need to place more attachments on top of that. And this is going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, and I kind of hope that I trigger you. Stop putting your trust in people. Because the flip side of trust, it's not distrust, it's betrayal or disappointment. Trust is an expectation. And you can say, well, it's not that I trust them to never do wrong, but stop putting that weight on other people. But I trusted them, I trusted you. The label of these expectations, it's not serving you. That also puts you in a victim mindset. When you are trusting someone, you're giving them that energy of, I trust you. And that doesn't leave room for mistakes. It doesn't leave room for life to happen. And I feel for you. Whoever this message is for, you were betrayed. And I use quotes because it wasn't actually a betrayal. When you really look at every situation in your life, and I feel the need to grab this card again. When you look at every situation in your life, look at this snowflake. That's what I see as a snowflake right now. Every situation is perfectly tailored to teach you the lesson you needed to learn, to aid you in your growth. And the message that's coming through on this is that whoever this person is, who you put your trust in and they broke that trust, or they betrayed you, or they disappointed you, you need to let go of them. Energetically, you've been holding on way too tight. You haven't been expressing your emotions to them. You haven't been showing your true self to them. And the world is just a mirror. Where are you betraying yourself? That is a self-betrayal. When you're not authentic, oh man. When you're not authentic, you are betraying yourself. You're abandoning yourself. So that's being mirrored to you by someone who betrayed you. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they left you. Maybe they stole from you. Find the internal circumstance that's creating this mirrored behavior outside of your body and start talking to it. Create a dialogue between you and that part of yourself to start working through this wound. And maybe the relationship with that person will still work out, will still still be there once you've worked through this, but take a step back, take care of yourself. This whole message has, it's been discernment in a nutshell. Start detoxing the relationships and circumstances that are putting you in a victim mentality. And by doing so, you're going to free your authentic voice, that connection between your third eye. And this is all, upper torso here, third eye, connected to your throat, and then throat to the heart chakra here. This is this connection. So I do feel complete in this message. We'll get one more card to come in here. Driving this energy forward, what you can feel into to move through this situation. There we go. Higher will. See the divinity that exists in every lesson that you're learning, every emotion that's coming up. Find the eye of the storm. Sit in the eye of the storm and watch as everything that you have thrown up in the air, it is no longer stagnant. It is swirling down the drain. Let your body purge, let your system purge, cry, shake. I mean, swirling down the drain, you might be peeing a lot more than you usually are. So drink a lot of water and maybe do a saltwater cleanse is what I'm feeling. Fast for 24 hours and then drink salt water and look up a recipe for how much salt to water ratio, and it will flush your intestines. So if you're feeling a knot in your stomach, if you haven't been eating very healthy, if you feel as though your intestines are congested with worry and toxicity, maybe doing a saltwater, basically colon cleanse, will help you. And to be completely transparent, I've done it before. I plan on doing it this week, and just keep detoxing your body and all of this stuff is going to move. So no gloom and doom. Sit in the eye of the storm. Watch as it's being shown to you. This is your TV screen. These are your messages coming through loud and clear from spirit. These are the things that are moving. Don't cling on. Don't over-identify. Let go of those attachments. I love you guys. And reach out to me, comment below if this resonates, the things that you're going through. If you need help with any of these circumstances, any extra reads, I'm more than willing to post more videos or connect with you one-on-one, whatever feels right for you. So stay in contact, share this video if you think it will help anyone, and happy retrograde season.